All right, guys, we are back. Okay, I think this is the third, fourth one, something like this. Seems like you guys are enjoying it. I'm really enjoying it. We're gonna get better and better. So again, I called Avi. I was like, Avi, please, can I review something? And he goes, I got the perfect thing for you. He said something about like it's a niche and something. It's a Mercedes and something about it going away, something like that. So I'm excited to see what the car is. Just a quick thing. If you're enjoying these videos, I would greatly appreciate it if you would subscribe to the channel and hit the notification button. The more subscribers, the more views, the more this allows me to get into more cars, get more access. So if you guys are enjoying this, I'm enjoying this. If you could please help support it. And let's go see what we got today. Okay, it's not the Bentley, it's this. Look at this. It is a 2005 Mercedes Benz CL600. Avi, I just started it, Avi. You'll come back at the end, unless you want to say something right now. Unless you want to say something right now. You're gonna love it. Quick! I cannot wait to try this out. Okay,
it's gonna blow you.
Okay, let me go do my work. Okay. All right, guys. So this is the 2005 CL600, and you can see here it's got the V12 twin turbocharged, right? And we'll get into the power and all that kind of stuff. Let's just get into like what this car looks like. So another great thing about these coupes, what makes this a great coupe, is do you see here, right here? There's no pillar here. There's nothing there. So that's the B pillar. So you have the A pillar here, you have the B pillar here, and you have the C pillar here. Now, when you manufacture a car without the B pillar, it's a lot more engineering, a lot more work that has to go into it. But the results are, look how gorgeous this is. So look, you see this line here? It just flows like a coupe, and the cool element here. And then here, when you take all the windows down, you have the closest thing you can get to a convertible. Now the CLs, and they've had a lot of name changes throughout history, but basically these are based off the S-Class. So this is an S-Class with a shorter wheelbase. That's the coupe. Now this is the second generation of this car, but I'm gonna kind of say unofficially it's the third generation, because I think the first start of basing these coupes off the S-Class came from the old 90s 560 SEC.
Traditionally the finest manifestation of Mercedes technology, the new coupe.
The 560 SEC was incredible. And then from there we went to the W140 chassis, which were those humongous S-Class, the biggest like S-Class they've ever made. So they had the CLs back then, right? And then this is the second generation based off the S-Class. So they call these the C215 chassis. This is from 1999 to 2006. Again, like I said, it was based on the S-Class. Some of the competitors of this car, I think possibly at the time, were maybe an Aston Martin DBS, a Bentley Continental, M6, maybe a Ferrari 612. Why don't you guys leave a comment? Let me know what you guys think at the time in 2005. What was the competition? For this car? This has the AMG package. So what does the AMG package get you? It gets you the more aggressive front air scoops here. It's got the side aprons here. That's a really cool element I never noticed before. You see there? Like it dips down and then goes up. Then you get the rear AMG bumper. You get these wheels, the AMG monoblock, thin monoblock wheels. You get ABC active body control, which we'll talk about when we get in there. Very cool suspension, and you also get the bi-xenon headlights. So this car comes with the AMG package, and that's what the AMG package gets you. Now let's check out the bad boy. Let's see what makes this a CL600, okay? All right, just one thing I do not like. This generation and moving forward, the star is now covered. Before it was always just a star and there was nothing between it. I don't like these. I do not like that they're like this, but it is what it is. All right, let's see how you open this. Oh, here we go. You open that. Hold on, I gotta do this. Sorry. Thank you. See, I got support. Thank you. This generation, this body style had 4 different models with 4 different engines, okay? The basic one was the CL500, which had a 5-liter V8, 302 horsepower, 339 pound-feet of torque. It had 0 to 60 in about 6.5 seconds. Nothing too exciting, but it was a great entry level, you know, CL at the time. Then you had the CL55, which was the AMG, which had a 5.4 liter V8, 493 horsepower, 516 pound-feet of torque, right? And that did 0 to 60 in 4.8 seconds. And then next was the CL600. So the CL600 had a 5.5 liter V12. And the crazy thing is it had the same exact horsepower. It had 493 horsepower, just like the CL55. But in fact, I was reading, they underrated those cars. And when they did some dyno test, it was actually more like 540, 550. And the torque was 590 pound-feet of torque, which I think that's a higher number too. And the 0 to 60 on this car was also 4.8 seconds. So we'll get into this later, but this CL600 and the CL55, basically on paper, they're matched like very, very equally. They have the same horsepower rating, the same 0 to 60, but I presume they're gonna have a way different feel and a way different mission. Whereas the mission of this car is you get in this car, you and your passenger, you're on the highway going 150 miles an hour all day in comfort. You don't hear anything, it's all great. But the CL55, I think you just robbed a bank and you got to get a getaway. You need aggression, you need drama and all that kind of stuff. Where this is drama-free, where the CL55 is drama. Now, if you wanted real drama back then, you would get the CL65, right? Now that had a big boy 6-liter V12. It was rated at 603 horsepower with 738 pound-feet of torque. And again, I'm sure they're underrating those as well. And that was doing 0 to 60 in 4.4 seconds. Again, on paper, reading some real world reviews on the CL600 and the 55, they were doing it more like 4.3, 4.4. But the crazy thing is you got three big boy high horsepower versions of this car that do three different things. But at the end of the day, they get three almost identical results. By the way, leave a comment below. Let me know of the three, which one would you pick, or of the two, CL55 and CL600, because they were in the similar price range. What would you guys pick and why? So another cool thing is this car in 2005 had the adaptive cruise control. You can see that's the most likely very expensive sensor. I'm curious if technology from 2005, and again, I can't do the math, let's see, 2005 to 2010, that's 5, 10 to 20, that's 15 minus 4, I think it's 14 years. So that's gonna be real expensive. And I wanna see how this works 14 years later. And I always remember this iconic sticker that all these cars have, Mobile One, and we gotta ask Avi how maintenance on this is. Another cool thing about Mercedes, I don't know if the newer generation has this, but the old ones definitely did. But you see how the hood is like this? You can actually open the hood like 90 degrees. Miguel, please, can you show us how to put the hood all the way up? And whatever you do, don't mess up your mustache because it's beautiful, okay?
Thank you.
Okay, Miguel, let's see. All right, so you go like this. Wow, there we go. Wow. Miguel, what do you think about this feature working on a car? It's nice, right?
Nice. Very nice.
Yeah, there you go, guys. Look, it opens up 90 degrees. Look at this. This is some of the things I like about Mercedes. They actually think some stuff out. They think, hey, it's going to be easier for people to work on this, or they did this because it is easier for the technicians and they could bill more and charge more. But whatever it is, I think it's a cool look. I think it's a cool feature. All right, I think it's time to move into the features of the inside. Let's go. You know what? As I'm looking at this and the sun is hitting it, I'm actually loving this. I think this is a gorgeous car. Let's talk about the price real quick. What do you guys think this car cost new? New, this car was $141,000, right? And what do we talk about 12, 13 years later? It's $29,995. I can't do the math of like the fractions, but Avi will, but I think this is a bargain. This has something that I absolutely love in a car, and it's soft close doors and trunk. And another cool thing, and by the way, I learned this from watching a Doug DeMura video, but first of all, I hope you can see the grandness of this. Like, it is a humongous car. Again, imagine an S-Class with 2 doors, right? And this door is massive, right? So first of all, it feels really good and sturdy, but look at this. I want to show you guys this. Like at the mechanism of how it opens here. Okay, so look, you open it and it goes forward. Do you see that? By the way, I've been around these cars a long time. I've never noticed any of these things, and I'm sure the mechanism to do this is gonna be ridiculous. Look at this. Look at that. Some mechanism porn. So that's one thing. And then another cool thing he was pointing out was this. Again, there's no need to put it there, but it's really cool that they did. It just adds, I don't think it adds a lot like for them to put this, but it adds a lot for the consumer to have this beautiful kind of trim piece here. Okay, the windows are double pane. I always love double pane glass. By the way, wait until I get one of those old S-Classes. Those double pane were like this. Were this big. Okay, let's get in. Ooh, nothing feels like a Mercedes. Okay, so look at this. Look, watch. See, it's like it canters out and in. Okay. Oh, I was showing you guys the soft close and I didn't even show you. All right, hold on. Okay. So watch, soft close. You go like this. Whoop, woo, whoop, woo. Okay. Now the one thing I read is the trunk can actually close remotely, because I don't think a lot of trunks back then could do that. All right, let's see how this works. Okay, so it opens up regularly, and I think inside there's a way to close it. Hold on. Let me see here. Oh, here we go. All right, let's see here. Okay, so I think you gotta hold it down and then it'll go. So I'm gonna hold it down. Whoa! Okay, let's see if it same thing, if you just go like this. Nope. Look, you could, look at that. You could actually, that's, okay, look, show me another car that you could open the trunk like hydraulically, like this, and you can close it. I bet you Avi didn't even know it did that. That's really cool. I love it. I know these are very small touches, insignificant, but they're not, but they are significant because they add to the overall experience of this car. But there are little simple things like this kick plate here, just looks really good. And as I was looking at this, you guys, check this out. Do you remember, right? Mercedes and Daimler, they were one company. Look at this. Manufactured by Daimler Chrysler AG Stuttgart. Let me see. I'm gonna see if Avi can remove that right there. But yeah, there's some Chrysler DNA in these cars. Let's get in. Okay. Okay, first things first, let's start it so I don't die from the heat. And again, I love Avi's cars because look, you get two keys. Another cool thing about Mercedes, if you'll notice, Mercedes doesn't have the key on the column here. They always have it here, like older ones, it's like, it's right here. And that's another thing I like. Another cool thing I like is you don't have to go, you just go, whoop, and the car starts. All right, let's go straight into the AC. Boom. Wait, I think when you push that, it's auto up. Okay, we're autoed up. Let's put the window up. Okay, let's get into it. All right, this is a 2005, and look, it's got the air conditioning. Look, air conditioning seats and the heated seats, but the air conditioning one gets 3, that gets 2. All right, let's take that off. The memory, 1, 2, 3. Seats, this is a classic Mercedes, you know, the shape of the seat. Like that. Got the mirrors. Let's see, fold in. Whoop. Whoop. Okay. Let's get into, we saw that. That's very cool, you guys. I don't think any other car has this. Okay, Doug was saying this thing right here. Why does it need to be that big? Okay, so all the windows here. By the way, these used to be here classically on a Mercedes. They moved them here. I loved it here in the older generation when they were all here. Steering wheel feels great. I love the wood. Mercedes makes some of the best wood that goes on a steering wheel. So the instrument cluster, here's the thing about the instrument cluster. This is as old school and classic of an instrument cluster you're gonna get, because I believe after this they changed it up a lot. But this is the OG. If you guys remember the 560 SEL, to me that was one of the greatest S-Class. But I think this is the final, like, that old generation is dying out. Those needles, the yellow. Like, if you're an old school Mercedes fan, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. But I love this, and now the newer ones don't have this. And in fact, the newer ones that have the digital displays that lets you change them up, some of them give you this kind of like classic look, but not really. All right, let's see what else. We had, this is probably for the headlights, auto lights here. Something else I just noticed, and one of my absolute favorite features, heated steering wheel. I love heated steering wheels. How do you activate this? All right, we'll activate it when we go in there. What does that do? Okay, we'll figure it out. All right. Rear shade. Let's see the rear shade. Whoop. Whoop. Okay. Oh, so another thing this car had was the parking assist. I don't think Mercedes had the best parking assist, but we'll try it out. Okay, this right here, the ABC. This is it's a hydraulic system. This was the most advanced kind of active body control. I know Infiniti had one, but they made some claims that like this was better. Okay, I got the hazard locks, ESP. That was the stability control. That was really big back then as well. The headrests are already back. This is, I guess, so you don't get towed. This stuff. Oof. I'm not gonna mess with this stuff because this is so outdated compared to today's stuff. What is eject? Whoa! Did you see that? What the heck? I never look. It's as if it just lifts its skirt up a little bit for you to put the CD in. Huh? I never saw that before. That's weird. Okay. I love this on Mercedes when you want to call someone. Beep, boop, 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 beep, boop, 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 boop. Another great thing is, though, for the radio stations, you can actually direct, if they still allow you, you could direct dial that in. Got the air conditioning stuff. Okay, we'll turn this back. Again, I keep forgetting this is a V12. I wish they put like a little V12 right there. You guys, we're about to go on a 500 horsepower plus vehicle. Okay, couple things. Again, this interior is amazing. We'll do some more beauty shots of it. Let's go in here. Look at that. I don't know. I even like the way that works. Look. Whoop. Look at this. Oh, I love manuals. I love manuals. Look at this. You could always tell how someone takes care of a car if this is inside there, intact, not molested here. Look at this. Look how clean this is. Honestly, I get excited about this stuff. Look at this. Okay, this. A lot of Mercedes have this. I would think it'd be a great place to put your gun. There. Let's see. What is this? This. Oh, this has something to do with the Distronic or the auto cruise control thingy. We'll have to play with that button. Oh, I think this activates it, or the audible, and this is how close or far away you want to be. From the car, and I think this is comfort and sport, right? And back then, okay, let's talk about the shifter. Okay, I need a shifter here. This is where shifters belong, not up here. I was so sad when Mercedes lost this, and they put it up here. I think it belongs here. And Mercedes always had that cool like just that noise. Like I just love even that noise that it makes. And hold on, I don't want auto. No, not auto. Okay, and then to do the shifting, the manual shifting, you like this. Okay, let's put that back there. All right, let's see. Oh, this. Okay, look at the sequence of this cup holder. Ready? Boop. Boop. What the heck? And like Doug was saying, this is very, very flimsy, but this is cool. And I don't think in today's time, in today's drinks, I don't think anything is going to fit in there. And then what is, all right, so what does this do? Oh, look at this, look. Boing. Okay. Honestly, the engineering is incredible how you did this. The execution is quite shitty. Okay, so you go, right, no, you go boom, boom, and then how do you put this back? Oh, okay. Okay. Wow, that was quite the, okay. And then we got these. So one just opens the whole thing. Huge amount. Also, another thing on Mercedes, there's AC vents here, so your chocolates don't your chocolates do not melt here. So there's that, and then when you push this one, just the top part goes. This is where you can put, I think it was a Motorola or Nokia phone that you can get in there. Ah, look at this. They don't do this anymore. You need these. Okay, that's that. Another cool thing about this car, it has something like massage seats, I believe. I don't know if you guys can see there, but there's a lot of stuff. I never knew how this stuff works. So later when we go do beauty shots, I'll play with this stuff, but it's all like pneumatic. And here, let's do this. I think that activates the massage. And look at the back seats. Come on, look at that. Look how clean that is. Let's see how I fit back there. All right, let's see. Hold on. Okay, and then to access back here, this great feeling thing, you go like this, you push it, and it goes back. Okay, let's go in here. And yes, I have to make those noises as I go in. Okay. So it's gonna come back to the last position that, wow, okay. Oh, did you see that? It sensed my foot and it moved forward. That's really cool. Hold on, let me see if, hold on. Look. Oh, look at that, 2005 technology, and this comes up. That's very cool. Okay, we got windows, AC. I love when they provide you AC vents back here. Windows and the headrest here. Very nice storage. Here, let's see. Look at this. Look at the little touches here. That's a proper kind of. There's that. Okay. Okay. By the way, I want to remind you guys one thing. This was the second to best product Mercedes made that year in 2000. You're seeing like the best of the best that they made in 2005, and I think it's holding up. It's holding up really, real well. All right, let's go drive it. Whoa! 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 Holy smokes! Okay. Oh my! You guys, this thing. So here's the first thing I noticed, right? And I'm sure this is going to be the difference in the CL55. It doesn't like just take off right away, but and it sounds like a jet engine too, and it just starts building up speed, and then like you saw, like it broke traction at like, I don't know, 30 something miles an hour. Wow, how much gas do we have? Oh, he never leaves me gas. Okay, here we go. By the way, you see this? You see the indicator? Like you can even, the way it sounds, it's like it works well. Like I love every little thing, and these are classic, iconic Mercedes dials and gauges and stuff. Interesting, I didn't notice this one, and I noticed this. Now watch this. When you hit this, look, watch. Sport or convenience? How is this a convenience? And they need way better translators. Okay, let's go to all right, sport, and look, you can also raise the car. I'll see if I can raise it and film it at the same time. But let's see with the new suspension setting. Let's see if I can notice a difference. Here we go. All right, let's see what we got here. All right, let's see if I can feel on this turn. I mean, look, it feels solid. It's not going anywhere. All right, hold on. Here we go. All right, let's rip a little bit. You see how it's not like, rah! It's gradual power, and it gives you a little in the beginning, and then it just builds up more and more and more. All right, let's wait for these mobility scooter people. Okay, here we go. Wow, wow, wow. It's just power. It's just a reserved amount of power anytime you need it. No drama, it's not dramatic in any way. It's just there to get the job done. Let me see if I can do this. I'm gonna push these two, and then I'm gonna run out of the car and see if we can see it go. So hold on, let me get ready here. Okay. Actually, I wonder if it goes if you open the door. Hold on. Open the door. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. Can you see? Oh, you know what? I'm a moron. I have a mini tripod. All right, I can do this. Hold on. We're back. By the way, I think everyone's loving these videos. They're loving your contribution in the videos, and I think we're getting the format down where you're gonna end the show with your thoughts on this car.
I think we should go for a ride together.
No.
And do a new stuff.
No. Okay, later. Actually, yeah, later. We'll come up with some new stuff. So, Avi, I just drove this. What a car, right? What a car. So the standard questions: why did you buy this one? What do you think of these cars? And everyone's gonna ask you the same thing: maintenance, repairs, all that stuff.
These cars, they're out there. Its condition is key. You see, especially a car like this where it's full leather. If you realize, see this? See the stitching on the steering wheel?
Yeah.
This is full leather.
So
every panel.
The CL500 wouldn't have that, right?
No.
Okay.
So, for example, you see all this stitching. It's all the airbag is stitched. This is leather. This is leather. Everything is leather. Every piece here is leather. It's one owner, has right about 57,000 miles on a car that is 14 years old. That's nothing.
I was trying to do the math, so it's 14. Okay.
Yeah, it's nothing. It's they didn't even what they drive 4,000 miles a year. Nothing. So to find one in this shape, one owner, it's original paint. Every panel is original paint. It's hard. To maintain this car is decent. And when I say decent is this, it's not that easy yet. It's very common with the CL500s and the 55. It's basically the same thing as a CL55, just without the supercharger whining noise. It's the same 0 to 60 basically. They handle right about the same. It's the same car. It's or a 600 or a 55. Now the 600s, a lot of them did not come with AMG, because it was another option. On the 55s, they all came AMG. So this one has the AMG, it has the Distronic Cruise. You have heated, you have ventilated seats, you have Bluetooth.
Massage seats, the massage.
Yeah, everything,
ABC.
dynamics.
Oh, question for you. The ABC, this system on the 600 is hydraulic, right? Like with oil?
It's a very complex suspension, because it's steering and suspension is one. You have an ABC pump, which is the power steering pump, and yeah, they are a nightmare.
So are these hydraulic?
Yeah, but air is nitrogen.
Okay.
Like they have gas, they have accumulators. You know, there's 2 in the front, 2 in the back. You have 2 air reservoirs. You have the return, and it's gonna fail.
Eventually,
they all fail. Now, wrong mechanic, wrong diagnosis, it's gonna cost you an arm and a leg. There's aftermarket parts everywhere now, thank God. If you go to your mechanic, and for example, he decides to do, he comes and tells you, well, you know, the system says the pressure is too low.
Yeah.
And he misdiagnoses it, he changes the pump, and it's still the same problem.
Yeah.
And you're $1,500 in the hole.
Yeah.
So a good mechanic is very important.
What should these cost to repair the suspension system?
It could vary.
You
You never know. It's who maintained it in the past. If the fluid is if nobody did the service, you get to 80,000 miles, you're gonna have nightmare scenarios.
Okay.
And some cars I go through it, some cars I'm not. It all depends on the car. And sometimes I can check the car out, drive it for, I'll say 100 miles, no malfunctions, and then I can sell the car, and literally the next following day, boom, ABC light.
So it's inevitable. Taxes, death, and your ABC system going out.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
What are some other things that people should look out for on a CL600?
Oil leaks. Oh my God. If you have a oil leak like valve cover gaskets, it's not the part. Part costs $20 for the gasket. It's the labor. You gotta spread up this car like you won't believe. But brake system, very inexpensive compared to the CL65 where it's like $1,000 rotor. On these, the rotors are like $150
Wow.
for Akebono.
So, question: what would happen if you took the $150 rotor and put it on a CL55?
It's not gonna.
Oh man. Okay.
On a 55 is the same rotor.
Oh, it's on rotor. Okay.
Yeah, on the 65.
Oh, 65. Got it.
Yeah. It's a different displacement, different
driven
horsepower. I actually if you look at my Instagram,
Okay.
one of the cars I regret selling, I had a 05 SL65
Okay.
with a performance package with like 12,000, like stupid miles, 19,000 miles, something like that.
Yeah.
You know what? If you have a death wish, SL65 is your way there.
Okay.
Because it's like a Coke can on steroids.
Okay.
You know, it's a burst.
Pounds, yeah.
It's a burst of power. You know, it's 604 horsepower. The thing is humongous.
Yeah.
But you know, you can take this car and you can take it to Renntech.
Yeah.
And $2,000, 2,500, 100 horsepower.
Wow.
They can make this car literally a CL65 without the cost.
Will you retain the reliability and all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, there's a good chance you're gonna burn your turbos quickly.
Okay.
It all depends how you drive, but you know, there's parts everywhere for these cars. They're fantastic.
Yeah.
And now they're becoming. It's again all depends on condition. You can buy a 01 with 120,000 miles for $5,000, but you're gonna spend $5,000 to drive it. Look, what you pay for is what you get. But 57,000 miles, one owner car, and this guy maintained it. Look, I didn't even clean the inside. It came this way. Like you could tell, look at the screen, look at all the wood panels.
Yeah.
It was a very meticulous owner. It's fantastic.
Yeah. So Avi, question for you about these cars. So what is this priced at right now? I think
20 grand, about 20 grand.
So in your opinion, are these going down?
No.
Are they staying?
They're
or
staying.
Are they going up?
They're staying.
Okay.
And the CL65 is going up.
CL65 is going up?
It's going up.
Okay.
It's going up.
I don't know, Avi. I just think for 20 grand, which is a lot of money, but in essence is not a lot of money either. This is a lot of car, dude. Like
It's
a
lot.
of car.
Look, this car was $140, $150 when he was brand new with some stupid numbers.
Yeah.
And
I can't do the math. What's the math of?
look, the car is worth what right now? Like
Right.
15% of its value.
Right.
And again, what's the difference between the new one and this?
Right. Yeah.
What's the 0 to 60 difference?
Yeah,
Almost nothing.
I would say performance-wise, is nothing, and you're not going to feel much different. And also, I got to tell you, some people were looking at this car going down like Main Street.
Thank you for
People were like-
advertising.
yeah, of course. but people are actually like looking at the car. You know, the next thing next time what I should have done is I want to ask just regular people, like, hey, what year you think this car is, and how much you think this car is worth, just to get people's perception.
See, that's the thing. This is a sleeper.
Yeah.
You don't know.
Yeah.
It's all dependent again on miles, condition is key.
Yeah.
And again, you can buy a 01 with 120,000 miles for 5-6 grand.
Right.
And you can buy 05 and you're paying with 10,000 miles 35 grand.
Right. What do you think realistically, if someone bought this from you right now, how much they would spend on maintenance a year on average?
Right now, at this moment, zero.
Zero?
Zero for the next year.
For the next year? Okay.
Next oil change, they're probably gonna cough about $150 for an oil change.
Well, that's not bad.
But all the filters are new, all the brakes are brand new, the rotors are like, look, I spent the money to make this car presentable, and that's point where somebody wants to take it to a mechanic, take it to anybody, take it to W.I. Simonson.
Right.
I don't mind.
By the way, I think the clickbait on this one is going to be me looking worried at the engine bay and saying, I can't believe Mercedes did this.
You seen it, right?
Yeah.
Oh
amazing.
my God.
Also,
there's no room.
Hold on. Two things. One, two things I want to know if you know. Okay, this right here for the trunk.
Right.
Did you know you could actually open the
And
trunk and close it from here?
Yeah,
no, none of the cars do that, right?
Some do, some don't.
Yeah. Okay, here's my question. Does that have a sensor to prevent like cutting off someone's hand?
Well, I think it's more like of a pressure. You want to try it?
You think we should try it?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, let's go. No, but you got to do it from there. Well, and we have audio issues too because this. Look right here. Look. Okay, so.
It's okay. We'll close. I know it closes.
Oh, I see. Okay, hold on.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna see. Don't put your hand there.
But how are you gonna do it?
I'm just gonna put pressure.
Oh man! Okay, guys, warning: do not. I was actually gonna put my hand here.
Look. The only way you can stop it, as far as I know, is if you press this and you press the button.
But that's. Okay,
you gotta be.
Try one more time with force. See if it.
It's not.
Oh man!
Hey,
boy.
This system works awesome, to be honest.
Yes. I mean, thank you so much.
I love it.
Are you gonna still let me review more cars?
Awesome.
Here's my question: when my followers get a little bit more and views going, can I review that?
First, you gotta sit with me in the car. We go for a nice drive, me and you. You owe it to me. It's been, I think, like a year and a half now.
Okay.
You owe me a drive.
Okay.
I'll take you with that, unless you want the CL63. Memories.